give you guys a couple, probably try to list 5 or 6 players, and you just say yes or no on if you're headed to Cooperstown. Let's start out with Chris Sale.
No.
I'm gonna say no. He's hurt again.
He's too hurt.
I don't think he's gonna stay healthy.
If you would have asked me like 4 years ago, I would have said, yeah.
For the White Sox.
But you have to play. You have to play the game in order to actually make it there. Like the stuff can easily is some of the nastiest stuff we've ever seen, but it's just not. Yeah, it's just not there.
He's gotta stay healthy.
Yadier Molina.
How many hits does he have?
In his career.
He's definitely for me. There's no question.
I just think with his time, how much time he's put into it, and he's consistent every year. So he's at 2,100 hits, pretty much, just around that.
He'll make it.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the leader. He's been there forever. He's a staple.
He's hit 280 in his career. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, 170 home runs on top of that's not nothing to scoff at either. So.
He's a catcher, so he's a big part.
Yikes. I felt like he was probably a more solid one that I was going to list off to you. Let's go with Evan Longoria.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think he had a couple bright, shining years, but I don't think he was consistent enough for a long period of time to.
He's over 1,800 hits, if that makes a difference. But
career batting average is under 270. He is over 300 home runs, but to me, an automatic, like maybe not an automatic, but like a 300 isn't the number for me. I mean, it's over 4. For me, obviously he's still playing, so that number will go up. But he's just not. To me, he hasn't been a star at his position other than the first 3 years of his career. Those are his only all-star appearances. He's been a good player, but he hasn't really been what get people thought he might be too his first couple seasons. So
another borderline guy I have who has 280 career batting average. I still don't know if that moves the needle for you, Ben, but it's Andrew McCutchen.
No. Yeah, I don't.
To me, here's my other thing. Like, to me,
he's good.
Yeah, really good. But to me,
great.
Hall of Fame, you have to like be the best, or like if you're a pitcher, or you got to be like one of the best at your position for like a 10-year period, right?
Okay.
To be a Hall of Fame level guy, or like just an incredible hitter for a 10-year period to be a Hall of Fame caliber guy. And a lot of these guys are like really good for like 5 years, right? Or really good for like 6 years. And then they just have a complete fall off the cliff, or they're just pretty good for 10 years, right? And then their career numbers end up looking really good at the end, but it's like, was he really a star? No, not really. So I mean, McCutchen's an excellent player. I just think I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame.
I've got 2 or 3 more I want to run on. Paul Goldschmidt.
Man, he's younger.
I think it's because he's underrated. I would say yes. I think that the hard thing is he's underrated.
He's at 293 career batting average, just under 1,600 hits, 280 home runs. But he is
34.
34. So.
I was thinking he was a little younger than that.
Yeah, I was too.
He started with Arizona when he was 23.
Yeah, as of right now, like, I mean, if he retired in 2 years, no. If he's able to put together like 4 more really good years,
that'll be tight. Be 38, putting up good years yet.
I know.
Hey, well, Albert's there to help him along,
Right, there you go.
Get Albert stay there a little bit longer.
I'm
22 straight years in the opening day lineup.
I'm still gonna say no. I thought he was younger. If he was like 30, 31, I might have said yes. But I'm gonna say no.
All right, this guy's a little younger. He's 31, almost 32. Jose Altuve. 308 career batting average, just about 1,800 hits, 164 homers.
He's gonna be in there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think with his consistency, yeah. Unless they find out he cheated like one more time or something, then they like to keep cheaters out of the Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
they're gonna have to
despite
make a
talent.
new sign for the
He
asterisk.
could
They're
be
gonna
a-
just have to put a
he
different
could be-
dash or something.
He could be a 3,000 hit guy though by the end of that career. You get 3,000 hits, you're in. I don't care. Like you're in.
Here's some guys that it might be too early on, but I think kind of towards the right general path. Nolan Arenado.
I'd have to pull. What do we got stat line on that?
All right, I'll pull up stat line. Here we go. Nolan Arenado.
And he still had a lot of.
So he's at 269 home runs already. And he's 30, almost 31 though. 31 in a couple of days. 288 career batting average and just under 1,400 hits. So, you have to at least expect another 5 years out of Arenado, at least. So,
Well, I'm gonna go now. I don't think he's.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
He would have to average like over 200 hits probably to put himself in the category for the next 5 years.
And he'd have to stay healthy.
Right, and he just doesn't stay healthy. The power will be there. I mean, if he goes out there and finds a way to get to like 450 home runs, then maybe, but he's got to hit like 200 more home runs. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
I almost don't even know if I just go with this one, but because I don't know if I would say he is, but Francisco Lindor will be the last one I say. And he's his stat line hangs around 158 homers, 278 career, and he's at exactly 1,000 hits right now. But he is only 28 years old.
No.
No.
Yeah, I like that you guys are a little more sticklers about who's getting in and who's out, because right now I think the only ones that are locks, I think there's 8 active players in the league right now that are locks.
Yeah.
There's guys that you could say are likely. I think Molina is likely. I wouldn't put him quite in the lock category, but very likely. So I think Miguel Cabrera, Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke, Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, Max Scherzer,
probably
Justin Verlander. And this is the borderline Joey Votto probably still.
Yeah, but even Greinke's borderline to me. I mean, he's ERA's 3.5. 219 wins is good, but like look at a guy like perfect example of a guy like that is like look at Mark Burley's stats, career stats, right? And he's been borderline. He's been on the ballot plenty of times. I know it's a White Sox guy, so it's part of the reason why I know. But Burley has almost the exact same stats as Zach Greinke. ERA is a little higher.
And he's still got a little time.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Greinke
What about to me? I felt like Votto out of all those I listed at the least of a case. But but I think he still has 7 batting titles, right? So
Votto's going to be in.
Yeah,
he's been doing it for a long time.
He's been around a long time. He's got over 2,000 hits already. He'll be in.
Do you have DeGrom is in?
Yeah, as long as his shoulder and elbow stay attached, I think he should. I mean, he just the numbers aren't going to be there right now.
Yeah.
And then the only ones that I would other say close would be Mookie Betts and Bryce Harper.
Yeah, they just have to do it for another 6 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Did you mention Freddie Freeman?
I have him on in my 50-50 of like kind of with the first other ones. I have him in the same group as like Goldschmidt and Altuve and McCutchen and Sale. So, there's other guys, Jose Abreu, Bumgarner, Cano, Josh Donaldson, David Price, Giancarlo Stanton, Wainwright are also guys that like they have a case, but I just don't know if they're locks. So I don't know. All I say is that it's a good thing that you guys are more sticklers about who's getting it, because I feel like it's almost that you start seeing those, especially with the NFL Hall of Fame. I'm noticing it just seems like they're letting anybody that was like a Pro Bowler twice. It's like, come on.
Yeah. It's not an elite group, and you need it to me. It's got to be special.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like these guys don't need to be like talked down on. Some of these guys that are like very good players, but they shouldn't be Hall of Famers. You know, there's I don't know. To me, that should be like this elite upper echelon tier. And I don't know. Baseball writers are usually sticklers though, so we'll see.
All right, then for the final segment here, I'm going to do 6 names and 3 pitchers, 3 hitters, and now I want your guys' final season line on them. So Blake, I'll have you go first on this first line, and then Ben, you can make your prediction after him. But I'll say Lucas Giolito.
Lucas Giolito. All right. Oh. I've got him going, the Cy Young winner, so he's got to do well.
Yeah, I got to hear good numbers here. I want to hear what the Cy Young winners' numbers look like.
So I feel like he's going to have to do like a 16-4 type season. ERA wise, I feel like he's got to be sub 2, probably like a 2.85. Or not sub 2, sorry, sub 3. Strikeout wise, oof.
He had close to 200 last year, I thought. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably about 180, 185.
Okay.
All right, Ben, what are you thinking on that? You agree with most of that?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be like 15-6. ERA around 3, maybe 3.2. I'll go higher. I'll go like 210 strikeouts.
Okay, so yeah, he had 201 last year.
Yeah, so I'll go 210.
But yeah, I'd be remiss not to say that he is almost a 500 career pitcher in the winning column. So his career in 6 years is 42 and 38. So his first, so he went 0-1, 3-3, 10 and 13, then 14 and 9, 4 and 3, and 11 and 9 last year.
For the 11 and 13, he was one of the worst pitchers in baseball.
Yeah, 6.13 ERA. Where'd that come from? Wow. Yeah, he gave up the most earned runs of any pitcher that year in 2018.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it all matters what team you're playing on. You know what that White Sox team was to this White Sox team?
That was the Tigers team 2 years ago, is what that team was.
Exactly.
So there's a bright future here. Let's go with my original MVP, Cedric Mullins. So last year, just as a baseline, he had almost 700 at bats, which was top 5 in the league. But 175 hits, which got him a 291 batting average. He had 30 stolen bases, that doesn't matter, 30 home runs and 59 RBIs because there's nobody that got on base for the Orioles. So
he also hit leadoff. So
yeah, so that's just a crazy ratio of 30 to 59.
It is.
Now he's got to be their 3-hitter, right?
Yeah, right. They should. 30 home runs is a 3-hitter number right there. Unless they have Chris Davis still, then maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I can go first in this one. I think he'll hit 303. You want home runs, RBIs?
Yep, home runs, RBIs. Yep.
Home run numbers will come down, maybe like 23 home runs. But I think he drives in a few more, maybe like 77 RBIs.
Okay. What do you think, Blake?
What about 285? I think he had lightning in a bottle last year. Go down.
So you were scoffing at me when I said that.
Yeah, I don't know. Come on. I think he's around 22, 23 home runs. RBIs, yeah, I think they'll be up a little just because I think it'd be hard to hit 59 again. I think they'll go up a little bit, probably like 70.
Okay. Blake can go first on this one. Rocky's new player, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Okay.
Last year, for reference, with the Giants, very shortened season. 262 batting average, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, but that's the pace of that would have been generally around the 29 home run to 86 RBIs. So, yeah, what do you think?
He's going to do pretty well there. Probably about a 275 batting average. I think he'll have 30 pumps. And the ball flies there. So I feel like he's going to have like 95 RBIs. It's going to be a little shy, but
I'll go 282, 33 bombs, 106 RBIs.
106. See, I don't know if that many Rockies get on base. That's very
Yeah.
generous.
Oh,
Okay. I like
Ball
it.
flies.
but he's also the ball is flying out there, so you know.
The Trevor Story isn't there to make it fly anymore. Chris
That's
Bryant
true.
missed it.
That's true. Oh man, let's do Sean Manaea for the A's. Ben, what are you thinking first on this one?
Oh, Manai is interesting. I'll go 14-9. 3.82 ERA. 177 strikeouts.
That's pretty much right around where he pitched last year. It was a 3.91 ERA last year, 194 strikeouts.
Nasty.
Yeah. And 11-10, so right around 500. But again, I think the A's may struggle a bit this year, so I don't know if he's going to get the run support.
Yeah, wins are not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think wins are more based on if you get run support. So,
Yeah.
what do you think for the baby giraffe? That's his nickname, apparently, right on Baseball Reference, Baby Giraffe.
Where's this coming
I've
from?
never heard that. What are you talking about?
Well, it says nicknames: the Baby Giraffe, the Kid, or the Annihilator.
I like the Annihilator. I think that's
pretty
much
good, yeah.
more fitting.
But I guess his Twitter is at Baby SM Giraffe.
Okay.
Need some
okay.
origins.
Yeah, I would like a story. Yeah.
All
He
right.
doesn't have like a Davis Mills neck. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, go for it, Blake. Sorry.
I think he's about 12-10. Probably a 3.9 ERA and probably 165 strikeouts. I don't think he's good, but it's hard to be on the A's. It's hard to play in that ballpark.
Yeah. Well, let's go with the Nationals first baseman / outfielder Josh Bell. Blake, you can go first on this one. But last year he played a relatively full season, just under 500 at bats, had 27 home runs, 88 RBIs, and he hit 261.
Hey, can we pause real quick? Manaea was also traded to the Padres the other day. Just letting you guys know. Does that change the win total a little bit?
It does actually, but they don't have Tatis, so they're not going to score.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's a way better ballpark to play.
I think
in.
14-9 is still good.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Thanks for bringing that up. Sheesh, there's so much stuff that happened. I think just with the whole meetings that happened, it just pushed everything back a little bit. So,
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
good to know.
All right.
Josh Bell.
I think he's only going to hit about 250. He's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's regressing. He's not a huge.
Regressing at 29.
I don't know. Every time I watch him, I always think, he's an interesting guy, and then I kind of watch him. And just not something that you're like, wow, let's build around that guy and keep on pushing. So I'd say 25 home runs, probably about 75 RBIs. I'd say he'll stay right around where he is, but it's not. I don't think there's much upside for him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hit like 240, strike out a lot. Drive in. I'll give him 85 RBIs, 25 bombs. Nothing crazy.
All right, then for my last pitcher, I will go with Tristan McKenzie for the Guardians. So last year.
How much does he weigh?
So isn't he just really tall? He's like 6'5", 165.
Yeah, he's so thin.
Yeah, he's gonna bulk up for sure. So, but yeah, still young. 5-9 last year with a 4.95 ERA and 24 starts. But 136 strikeouts and 120 innings. So he definitely has the stuff. Yeah, I don't know a lot of people have him on the up. So what do you think?
I've always liked his stuff. It's just whether he can be consistent enough in the zone. And if the fastball the velo can stick around for a whole season because of his diminutive weight. If if he can stay healthy all year, I'll go 12-8. ERA at like 4. And then 167 strikeouts.
Okay.
All right. I got him about 13-10, probably a 4.15 ERA with 155 Ks.
All right.
I think he's got to get on the Luis Severino diet. I don't know what happened to that guy when he got to the big leagues.
He is a 6'5" sheet of paper. That is for sure.
He turned into a horse. Luis Severino was not always a horse. Look at him when he came into the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Last
that
hit.
included supplements that may or may not be legal, but that's okay. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, they may not make the Hall of Fame if you take them. That's a rule now.
There's never been a Yankee that's done that before. So,
Sure.
Last hitter, I'm going to go with the right fielder for the Miami Marlins, Avisail Garcia.
little Miggy.
Yeah, baby. Then he sleep with Prince Fielder's wife. This is what happened.
Yes.
As far as I heard.
You better put that off the record.
Yes, I don't want him coming after me, but yeah, last year in 515 plate appearances, 121 hits, 262 batting average, 29 home runs, and 86 RBIs. So it was certainly his best year of his career, at least power wise.
Yeah. I think he'll hit 265. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be a crazy average guy. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I mean, he's played for the White Sox before too, and he had some good stretches of play for certainly. But I'll go 27 homers. I think he'll drive. How many RBIs did he have last year? Like 80 something.
Yeah, 89, 86. Yeah, whatever.
He'll drive 95 in though. I mean, the Marlins aren't great, so it's not going to help him. But I think he can be a run producer certainly.
I'm gonna go a little higher on him. Him and Jorge Soler are gonna, they're gonna get along real well. They're gonna hit some jacks together. I'm gonna go about 270. I'm gonna give him about 28 home runs, and then I think he'll be a little over 90, probably like 91 RBIs.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be fun to look back at the end of this year. That's the best part about looking back on these podcasts and just seeing how accurate we were on some of these takes. So, and I think the craziest take in this whole MLB preview has been taking the Phillies, but ride or die, baby.
White and Phil's, man. I got a Phillies hat somewhere in this house.
So yeah, that concludes our very extensive and thorough Major League Baseball preview. Definitely want to thank. I don't know. We got to give you a ringer because we called Don the ringer. The ringer. We got to give you a nickname. So, what's a baseball nickname that we can give you?
The baby giraffe.
Baby giraffe. Sean Manai is just gonna have to give up that Twitter handle to Blake. That's what's gonna have to happen. I'll have to message him about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, man, just really appreciate you doing this, taking 2 hours out of your evening. You are a married man with doing real estate, so can't imagine it's super easy to get away that often. But thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing you on for mid-season predictions and award predictions. Just kind of assessing what has happened thus far in this 2022 season. But looking forward to the baseball season, guys. Thank you very much for coming on the 6-3 podcast. We will see you guys next time.
See you.
Well, thank you.